Mama, did you catch that? Did you catch what Elijah said to her? He said, go home, make me something first. Make me something first. Right? This woman, she was gathering up sticks to go home and fix her last meal, her last supper. Can you imagine what she felt like when she was out there, so she was at the city gate, gathering up sticks to go home and fix the last bit of food that she had for her and her son, and then die. Like, that was her plan. She was at the end of her rope. She was ready to die. That was the only answer she saw. And then here comes this man that says, go fix me some cake. Go fix me something first and then bring it to me. And then you can go home and fix something for you and your son. Can you imagine what she was thinking? Like, are you out of your mind? I just told you that I am using the very last of what I have to try to feed me and my son. And then we're going to run out and we're going to starve and die. And you want me to give to you when I have nothing to even give and take care of and supply for my son, my family, my child. Can you just imagine that conversation? But this is what gets me. This is what gets me about the rest of this. He asks her, this is faith, to bring to him first. Do you guys remember way back to Cain and Abel, those first fruits, right? That tithe, the first. To bring to him first, and then she can go back and fix for her family. And he said this, for this is what the Lord, the God of Israel says. The jar of flour will not be used up, and the jug of oil will not run dry until the day that the Lord gives rain on the land. Like chills all over. This woman was taking a leap of faith, right? She was taking this leap of faith and bringing, but she had lack. She was like, how is this going to work out? How is this even going to add up? For the Lord, the God of Israel says, you will have plenty, my dear. You will have plenty in this season of drought when no one else is able to have what they need, right? Because there's this drought that's caused by this evil king, all this stuff. Go read the story, right? And other people are going to be without, but because you listened, you said yes when I presented an opportunity for you. And here's what I love about how God works. There is no way that he orchestrated this event to happen just to feed Elijah. There is two sides to every coin, and that is one side of it. But if you read the story, he tells Elijah, he says, go at once to Zarephath, however you say that name, of Sidon, and stay there. I have commanded a widow in that place to supply you with food. Do you think if she would have heard the voice of God say, hey, Elijah is coming up, and I know you don't have everything that you need right now, and I know you're in a really hard position, but I'm gonna supply for you if you'll supply for him. Like, do you think if that conversation would have happened first, that she would have said, well, sure, Elijah, I was expecting you. God told me about you. I mean, even if that conversation would have happened first, there would probably be some feedback, right? Like, God, I don't know how you're like, I mean, you're God and everything, right? But man, this would still be like a little bit of a struggle, right? Even if you had this conversation with God, if she would have had this conversation with God and it was like, yeah, man, God, you know, I don't know. I mean, I trust you and everything. So yeah, I'll do it, right? There might have still been some hesitation there, but the response she gave to Elijah was not, yeah, God told me about you, right? So it wasn't that, because Elijah asked, would you bring me a little water in a jar so that I may have a drink? And as she was going to get it, like walking away, right, he called back and he said, and bring me please a piece of bread. Her response, as surely as the Lord your God lives, I don't have any bread. Only a handful of flour in a jar and a little bit of oil in a jug that I'm gathering a few sticks right here so that I can go home and make a meal for myself and my son. Then we can eat it and die. Why are you asking? I'll bring you some water. I got water. I'm not going to need it because I'm about to go eat my last meal and die. Right? I mean, like, this was the conversation that happened. And Elijah says no. He says, go and do this. Do this for me first. And then your flour won't run out and your oil in that jug won't run out. There will be plenty there until God brings back the provision to the land. Until God brings back the way for you to do it, right? So this was not like something where she was like, do I make a cake for somebody or do I not? She was like, no, we're about to die. I am about to lose everything. We have nothing. And you and I, our about to dies look a little bit different these days, right? And our opportunities look a little bit different. And so my question for you, Mama, is what is the thing that you have been asked to step into, to try, to take the leap of faith, to not know how it's going to work out, and you have gone, ooh, I do not have enough money in my bank account for that. Right? That's our main way of measuring value and provision in our society today, right? And how many times has there been some sort of opportunity like, I don't know. And I'm not talking about going and being dumb. But you know, the minute that I asked you that thing, that the Spirit was speaking to your heart and saying, do it. Trust me. This is for you. This is for you to be able to trust me. This is for you to learn that I provide. This is for you. What is it? And I want to challenge you, whatever it is, go back to it. Go back to it and ask the Lord to have kept that door open for you so that you can go back to it and step in it.